Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is a Let's Make video, and what we get to play with today is the Anna Griffin Photo Finish easel card dies. This beautiful set right here. These are your examples. I didn't use it as a photo easel. When I first did a video of how demonstrated how to do this, I created a card. I showed you the basics of how to get there, but then I went ahead and just created a Christmas card, two different styles. And so I had another style design that I wanted to share with you that we had brainstormed making the video about making it, turning it into a shaker card. So, okay, so this, sorry, these are your examples. If you're going to make a picture, a photo frame card, these are your instructions on how to put it together and then how to use the dies in your Empress to get the embossing and the cutting. This is your gorgeous die set. Comes with the layering, intricate, an oval. This one here, this frame here cuts out this whole gold frame right here with the oval cut out. And then you also get this oval here, and this is what you use to cut your photo out with so you can layer it on top of your card. This is a corner die. They happen to be connected, so you just trim out that little piece that connects them. It's not that big of a deal, and then it matches up perfectly onto your corners. You have to cut two to get all four. And then you also get your stopper mechanism that has a layering in it, intricate, and then a couple embellishments of flower and a beautiful little holly. And these have great, it cuts the outline, and then it has a beautiful embossed detail on that. So, and then of course your easel mechanism. And so that is a gorgeous die set, and it was super fun to play with. So let me show you. These are the first couple cards that we made together, and super fun, right? Isn't that just beautiful? And this uses a card topper, some embellishments, and then we made this fun card. And when we were making this card, kind of a Currier and Ives, Thomas Kincaid-esque style feel, we did this really fun opening easel card here and thought that just came out. Like, right, you have the beautiful little scene in the background. You open it up, you get to see the whole thing, and then it easels up to have those cut out portions, and I thought that was pretty fun. So when we were doing it, we brainstormed and came up with, what if it was a see-through shaker window, Currier and Ives style. And so came up with this fun design. So we're going to recreate this super fun shaker card, right? I mean, isn't that great? And then, of course, it easels up and you get that beautiful see-through window. And how fun is that, right? Little kids playing with that iconic, snow scene, vintage snow scene there, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And so, yeah, even looks nice sitting on the table. And yeah, really fun, really pretty, and so simple to put together. It's actually quite easy. So let's go ahead and jump in. It's going to take a little bit to make this card. I've got most of the pieces already cut out. They're your basic design for this style of card. And so what you need to start off with is you need a 5x7 card base. This is out of the Christmas Botanical Anna Griffin cardstock paper pad. I've cut one gold frame. I've cut out of Anna Griffin pearlescent paper, the easel mechanism. And then this is Anna Griffin matte gold. You need two 4.5 by 6.5 clear, either acetate or cardstock panels. Mine are cardstock because I like the thickness of it. You'll need an oval for the inside. This is a nice one, so I'm gonna keep that to use on the inside. But then the last thing that we're gonna cut out, I was gonna show you how to do. We're gonna do it together. You'll need two frame pieces. So I have two 6x8 sheets of pearlescent, white pearlescent from Anna Griffin. I'm stacking them together because I'm going to cut mine out together. And so then you want to cut two frames. So to get that, what you're going to do is you're going to take your layering and you want to tape this down and make sure that this is not going to shift on you. And so just for a little tip, only tape the very edge of the die because this is really thick. And so like that, and then to the outside, This is really thick, so if the tape is if your washi tape, yellow tape, whatever it is on the inside, the part that you want to keep, it will stick to it, and the possibility of ripping it is really great. So I recommend just putting it on the frame and then to the outside. And then after you get that tape down, what you want to do is, you don't need much, it's just to make it to where it doesn't shift. You want to use your interior die. This is an alignment die. You're not going to actually leave that in there, but it's to line up where you want to put the oval. Now, you're cutting two out at once, so this is an ideal situation because the bottom layer is actually going to be really nice, and that's the one you want to keep. And the top one you'll probably have to discard because it has washi on it, and so you want to tape the interior of the oval instead of the outside so you can get this out and it doesn't damage the frame you want to keep. So just put it on the edge and then tape it on the inside. I would suggest both sides doing that. And then run this through your, take the interior one out because you don't want to cut that out. So this is what you're hoping for in the end. This all centered up on the inside of this one, really nice. And then we're going to run this through. Let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. So the two frame pieces, I got those cut out, and you can just discard these. We're done with that die. And then these pieces here, so you want to keep one of these, and just be gentle when you're taking that tape off, because it will still have a little bit of adhesive there, but don't worry, it's not going to mess with your design, and you can always use this as your bottom layer instead anyways, since you have two. So you need two of these, and then keep the bottom one of this, so because this one is probably going to rip, so keep the bottom one of these when you do that. I don't need it because I already have, well, go ahead and use that one because it might be nicer than the other one. And so then I'm going to pitch this. I'm not going to worry about that because the probability of that tearing is really great. You could actually keep that and cut something out of the middle if you wanted to. There is that option as well. So let's see. Now what you want to do is, now all we have to do is actually assemble the card. So what you want to do is, so let's go ahead, and yeah, this one did, it had schmutz on it. So let's keep this one because this one does look nicer, and that's going to be the interior. So now what you want to do is, you want to make sure to keep, since these aren't, the probability of these being symmetrical, like perfectly symmetrical, is really, I mean, not that great. So you want to make sure to keep these the same way all the time. So when you go to line them up, they line up perfectly. Because if you like flip it, the odds that they'll work good together, probably not that great. See, it's like going to be off. This actually isn't that bad. We actually did pretty decent. But normally it's not this nice. So even on this one, it's not that big of a deal. But you want to make sure to keep them the same way though when you're using them. So now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to glue to your top layer your gold frame to the first one. And I'm just going to go ahead. Normally I don't like to use glue on metallic, but since this has so much embossing detail, you're not even going to notice that it's on the back of it. So actually, let me go ahead and glue this onto here and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you get that glued down, the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to take this piece here and, I need a trimmer, hold on. You want to take this piece here and you need 2 1-inch strips out of it. You still want, at the top of each strip, you want the folding portion. So I'm going to hold mine to where they're parallel to each other. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim. I don't want to keep this because you'll see that on the inside, so I'd like it to just be straight instead, so it looks, cohesive, and one side isn't straight, they both match. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off, flip it around, and then I'm going to just cut 2 1-inch strips off this piece here. Like so. And yeah, and you could put just about anything you want in this. I'm using the Snow Globe sticker set from Griffin. They are so fabulous for creating scenes. So this is what you want here. And you want to go ahead and fold those score lines both ways. So that way they have really good movement for your card. They'll move really nice. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue these on. So that way we can get our easel mechanism nice and secure and even. So let's go ahead and do that. So make sure the pretty side's out. And these are pearlescent if I didn't say that. So what you want to do is you're going to take your bottom frame. Let's make sure we're copacetic with this. Yeah, that looks good. That's the same way. So what you want to do is you want to flip it over. And then you want to go ahead and make sure to flip these to where you're actually using the back side. And you're going to line it up on here, on the back of here, on the very edge. You're going to take and line these two up towards the top as far as you can. And yeah, you're just kind of looking to see where they're going to actually end up. And I like... So actually, you're not going to be able to, because the other thing is this is the tab that you're gluing down is the bottom one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a happy medium, and I'm going to split the, I'm going to make sure that this embossed line actually hits the frame, and that way I know I'll have enough space to be able to hear these two tabs on. So let's go ahead and flip those back over. So actually, yeah. Wait, so this is gonna, yeah, oh yeah, that's right, Okay, so yeah, these are good. So let's flip these over, put some score tape and glue on those. So on the bottom, you want it on the bottom, the ones that's gonna be at the bottom of the frame. Oh wait, score tape first. Oh my gosh, I think I did that on the last video. Put the glue on first. Put the score tape on first. It is what is gonna hold it, and then the glue makes it permanent. So, okay. And then, all right. And you want to basically line these up to where they're in the same spot on each side. So when you open it, they open even. So let's go ahead and put some, whoops. Now put the glue on. You don't need too much. Just a little bit. And that'll give it a permanent hold. So now come back and remember we were lining this up at the bottom there. So let's bring this down and all the way over to the edge, but not outside the scallop. There, see right there? And that looks really good. And it's adhered really nice. Oh, wait, don't press down yet. Don't press down yet. Shoot. Okay, do this one. Do this one. Get them lined up. Okay, you want to make sure you're going across and you're the same, that you're in. Make sure you're in and you're straight. You're in and straight. This looks almost even. Okay, I'm in. Wait, see, it's off up there. You want to make sure that it's not off, because if it is, it won't easel up properly. Okay, that looks good. So let's go ahead and press these. They're still in. So let's press these down. They're even. We don't have to move them. And that is really, really nice. Okay, yeah, burnish those down really good. Okay, and they're in. So now let's flip it over, and that's what it looks like on the back. And then this is great because these are going to get disguised by the stuff we put on top of the window, and as well as the stuff that we put on top of the frame then as well. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to adhere this to here, but how you're going to do that is you're going to just do it on the top of the two tabs here. Our easel mechanism is actually going to fold in a different way. So instead of putting it on like this, which you can, it's not necessary. We're going to put them up like this. Because what'll happen is if you do them like this, you're going to see that tab on the inside. So by leaving them out, it'll have a nice clean line where it'll just have a hinge line like this. It'll look like that instead of this. And I like this much better. You can't see that. So yeah, so flip it back over. So let's put some score tape and glue on these two. See, score tape first. Woohoo, we did it. And ta-da! Like that. Take your backers off. Like so. Yeah, I love those courier knives. And then the added bonus that this one easels up and it's see-through is really fun. Oh, glue. Just a little. You don't need a lot. Trying to make sure I put my glue pin back in every time. Otherwise, the top gets so gross. I don't know if that happens to you guys. Okay, so now you just flip it over. Make sure that the tabs are up next to the frame. And then you're just going to line this up in the center of this panel, this 5x7 panel. Right into the center. Whoops. But try not to move it around when you got glue on it. That is not good for anything. Okay. And then if it looks nice, press it down. I like it. I know it's looking a little schmutzy, but don't worry. We're going to cover all that up with a beautiful gold frame anyways. And that's because my fingers are gluey. Okay, so now let's lift it up and make sure we're not glued down. Here, you can actually flip it, open it up and flip it back on itself so you can like burnish it down really good. And here, let's flip it up now. And burnish those two. Just press them down really good. Okay, it's looking good. Yeah, see? So, oh yeah, see? That's the inside frame anyways. It's not a big deal at all. So look how nice that's going to be, right? And then we're going to disguise that. So now what you want to do is, this is the next step. The next step is adhering this down. And so this cut out of here, so this is perfect. So your goal when you go to put this on, and we're just going to use glue, is to line it back up on top of this. If you have to error to the top, not the bottom, because this is what you'll see. So that's what I did on that other one, and you can't even hardly tell that there's a gap down there, because you're trying not to have a gap to where you see the green background. You want it to all look white and cohesive on the inside for your nice, seamless courier knife look. Let's see. I think we can go about there. And if you have to, see, and this is why we don't have our little panel on yet. See, and then look how nice that is. That looks great. Okay, now let's open this back up and press it down. If you wanted to, you could put score tape on this to where it holds it down really good. Now, this one you don't want to get schmutzy because you're not hardly putting anything on this one. So make sure you don't have glue on your hands like I do. Trying to keep it all pressed down and nice. The saving grace at the bottom, though, is we're going to put a little stopper down there. So there again, if you have to error to the bottom on the inside panel. The top, error to the top if you, when you're putting this on, though, for the outside panel. Okay, and I think that looks pretty darn good. We got that. I think that's pretty good. So, yeah, and then look how cool that's going to be in there. Isn't that great? Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to put some score tape around the edge of this whole piece so you can adhere your one of your clear panels down. Your clear cardstock or your acetate window down. One of them. Okay, so we're doing that. And so just try not to get keep it straight and stuff and not have too many bends in it, like mine is, because that like makes it all janky and stick up. You don't want it to stick up. You want it to be nice and square, but I pulled the tape and it like made it like, so don't pull the tape. And this is acetate, which adheres really well, so because of the slick surface, so I'm not even going to worry about putting glue on it. I'm just going to line it up on there and hope for the best in all reality. And you're trying to keep it within your frame so you don't see it on the outside. So hang on one sec. I got to look up over to make sure I'm in. Yeah, don't commit till you're ready. So just hover. I think I'm good there. Okay. And then don't press it down with your hands. Use like your sweater or something else. A paper, maybe not a paper towel because it scratches, but something soft, a microfiber towel or Kleenex or something. I don't know. But not your hands, hopefully, because you'll probably end up with fingerprints. At least I would. And do. So and the other thing was probably should have checked to see if it was clean before I stuck it down and I could clean it. But that looks pretty good, right? What? Now you want some dimensionals, foam adhesive strips. These are Stampin' Up! Ones. I love theirs. They stick really well. They're an awesome height, and they're just so easy to use. They're a great thickness for as width and height. I love them. So that's what I'm using, the Stampin' Up! Ones. And so, let's see. You're just going to go now, you're just going to make a frame on top of this white frame here. You're just going to go all the way around and make sure your frame connects on all the pieces, because this is going to be your shaker window. So the only thing you want to make sure of is that you don't go past the exterior of this shaped frame here, your top panel. So, and then I'm going to make sure that mine is all sealed by using full strips all the way down each side, so I don't have to worry about if they're connected properly or completely touching. They'll be just fine. So that's and then you can generally use this for the other side. So yeah, they're totally touching there. It's one full piece all the way down, so it works great. Not going to use that, but keep it because you can use these for something else. Like if you're just popping something up, or if you do need a piece for a small section you're doing a shaker on. So then making sure all my spots are connected. And then there we go. There's our fun. This is what's going to hold all our shaker bits. Okay, so now here is where you have to decide. You have to decide if you want to dust this and then wipe it out so you don't get static. Because what happens is if you don't do something, what you get is you get the pieces that stick at the top or the outside of the shaker window. So you kind of have to decide right now if that's if that bothers you or not. For me, it doesn't really bother me. So I go with it. I don't do anything. But the thing is, I heard you can use you can use dryer sheets, like a used dryer sheet to wipe in there, but I don't like the schmutz it gets on the window. Or you could dust it with your anti-static powder tool, which I heard that works good, but you want to do it before you take the backers off. So, I've tried it. I don't know as if it actually makes that much difference. Yeah, and I don't like to have to wipe it off the window and then the window gets scratched. So actually, ixnay that. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to leave mine in and let it ride. So now before we put the top piece on with the acetate and stuff, we're going to start focusing on our design. So this is where you want to figure out what you want for the inside and start, putting together your layers. So what I like about this card is the fact that it's very scenic, that you have the one on the inside of the card, right? There's that one. You see it through the window. Then you have the inside ones, and then you have your top layer. So you have like 3 depths, and I really, really like that effect. So what you want to do is you want to take your pieces, and I'm using the Anna Griffin Snow Globe stickers. And so I have these, let's see, these are all snow globe. There is, these are out of the Christmas Wishes set, the sentiment and this are out of the Christmas Wishes, but everything else is out of the snow globes. So I've got this house here, which is going to be my top layer. This house here is going to be, or not the top, it's going to be in the inside of the acetate. And then this one here is the one that is going to layer on the inside of the card. And so what I want to do is I want to see where the back layer fits the nicest, and then go ahead and line these up where I actually want to see these. And you end up sometimes having to trim off. So, and then you want to see which one do you want on top of each other, since they are overlapping, and I want a seamless line here. So I'm going to put this one, so rather than the snow being over that tree, it'll look nicer if I go this way, and it will look relatively seamless. And then I'm going to see where at in this window that I can afford to keep all these and push them down as far as I can, to where I still have, it's all still really cool. And I think I want to go this way. So this one's going to be full, a whole piece right here, and right to the edge of where that piece is, where the background one is. I don't want to see the edge of it. I don't want to see that edge back there. So I'm going to hold it there. But then I want this one to layer behind. And so I'm going to go about like this. There. So now I know I have to cut this piece off, and I have that frame that's going to hide the edge. So I'm just going to snip off a tad here. And it's going to be hidden behind everything right here because we're putting a tree on top of that to cover up that hinge piece. But be careful not to get schmutzies on your window. Okay, so let's be strategic. So don't commit, just lightly put them down. So pull your backers off. These are just going to stick right to the window. My goal is to fill the whole bottom in here with bits, shaker bits. That was the goal in my last one, but I didn't quite make it. There we go there. Let's get the backer off this one and stick it down. Honestly, I should have peeled it up from the other side so I didn't have a wrinkled, rumpled edge on this one. If you do it on this side, this one's hidden under this one, so to speak. So now I'm going to make sure to cover up that. See, I'm connecting it there, and you can't see that back line back there. And then, just trying to make it look nice. So then we're going to hinge this up. And that looks pretty good for my layer there. And there's going to be a tree here. So I'm really liking that. So now let's go ahead and layer this on the inside. Yeah, we want to make sure not to get rumpled edges on this one because you see the whole thing. There's no grace on this one. So, okay. And so, I glued this one down. That's how I got. But actually, I am going to put some glue on the back. So hopefully it'll allow me to be able to move it a little. Okay, so lift this piece up. And it was like basically towards the top. But don't commit till you're ready. And you're completely happy with it. And I am very happy with that. I really, really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and press that down on the inside. I like it. I like how it looks on the inside. I think that's lovely. So let's just go ahead and commit. Okay, there we go. And now what you want to do is, this is all the pieces that I want to put inside. So if you're good with that, you can start putting shaker bits in. And for the most part, here's the caveat to putting shaker bits in on your acetate. They like to stick to the acetate because of the static cling. So you have to think about that when you're doing it. The other thing is when you go to pull the backers off, they like to kind of bounce and pop. So it kind of pops the shaker bits out. So you have to decide what you want to deal with. So basically what I do is I pull the backers off. So I don't have to deal with the pop back. And then I fill the center so I don't have to deal with the static cling on the outside. I put the shaker bits towards the middle and hope for the best. And basically what happened on this one was I put this was supposed to be my stopper on the inside of the card, but it ended up that you could see where the edge of the snow was here, and I didn't like that. So now this kind of disguises that, but you can actually still see through it. So it doesn't bother me now, and I really like how that looks. So I didn't get enough shaker bits in there to actually fill up the whole bottom portion. So I'm going to try it again and hope for the best. And but if I don't, I have a workaround with the sentiment that I can put over that, and I think it'll be just fine. I thought the other one came out just perfect. So what I have, I'm using Nuvo, I'm using Diamond Dust. So these are Nuvo little shaker bits. Not that one. I'm doing a Starlit Snowflakes. And then the other thing too is you'll want to I glued a couple to like the window so that way they weren't all at the bottom or stuck to the top edge. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and put a few dollops of glue strategically here and there. And then grab a pickup tool and glue some of the snowflakes down. And just randomly. Come on. This thing is not working lately. It is no bueno. Come on. See, that's why I don't like this one though. And the other thing too is yeah, darn it. Yeah, that one. This one's way better if you can. I think I got glue on the tip of it, and it was not happy about that. But yeah, see, like that, I got glue on it, and so it gets grouchy. I'm probably gonna have to do this off camera. Oh no, okay, that works. Hey, that worked. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, this thing used to work really good, and then I think I got glue on the tip of it. Ugh, bummer. That thing was expensive too. It was like $25. Okay, so there we go. Got some of these little crystal cloud circles. This is Nuvo as well. These came in kits, which was super fun. Okay, and I try to stay with chunkier stuff so I don't have to worry about it leaking out, other than this here, which is Diamond Dust from Florocraft, and you get this on Amazon. And so I'm actually going to put some on the top and then down at the bottom. And I'm putting more in this card than I did in the last one, hoping that it will. I just love how this looks. It looks like snow. It's so pretty. You're hoping that you don't cover up your houses so you got too much, but you're hoping you got enough that it fills in a snowbank and it looks cool. And the shaker bits, work. Okay, yeah. So let's see. Okay, so I have to make sure that because anything that's at the edge likes to static cling, so I'm going to move them out a little. Okay, and that's why you're wanting to dump everything right in the center. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to line up your second piece of acetate, and you got to go quick with this because the static cling makes them all pop up, and then it'll get on your tape. You could even probably put some glue strategically, but I just go fast and hope for the best. So here we go. Ready? There. And it's clear, so, and then you just want to press the edges really good. So that way it adheres down, and hopefully none of the shaker bits static clinged onto in between the acetate and the adhesive. Hopefully. It looks like it actually did really good, so keeping them in the middle works pretty decently. There we go. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too much. Oh, oh, shoot. See, there's a fine line. Dang it. Oh, that's a bummer. That's still cool, though, I think. You still get that snowy background effect. That's still pretty fun. That's pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like with the, That's not so bad, right? That's not so bad. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's still a really pretty snowy background. That's pretty fun. Okay, so that's cool. And let's see what it looks like when it's all lifted up. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. See there? But see, you can do that, right? And then it should, oh, see, there we go, right? That's pretty good. That'll be just great. I think that's actually lovely. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and put this down. And so let's put the tape runner on the back of this. And I'm going to put a touch of glue on this as well. Let's see, tape or score tape, tear tape, whatever you're using. And then you just, no. Whoopsie. Okay, there we go there. And then we're going to peel the backers off. Oh, wait. Make sure you're lined up. Wait. Make sure you got it going the right way, though. That you're, yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so we're going this way. So don't get turned around, you know. Okay, go back to the bottom. That goes back to the bottom. And then here. And now we're going to just put a little bit of, and this will allow us to shimmy it into place so it looks really nice. So now it goes like this. And you're just going to line this frame up with this frame, the outside here. So I'm going to up here. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, doesn't that look great? That looks great. Okay, now press. But don't get your hands on your fingerprints on the window. So just press. Oh my goodness, isn't that great? Oh, that's so pretty. Isn't that so pretty? That is really pretty. And then how fun is that? You open it, you get the scene, you get the fun shaker bits, and then it'll stand up and be a super cool, right? Okay, so let's get the rest of it here. And I think from here on out is just basically stickers. And I like to pop all these up. We learned from our last one that the dimension on the outside is really fun as well. So I used a combination of the Heartfelt Creations ones and the Stampin' Up ones. I think these have great backers on them. They're easy to use. The other thing I try to do is I try to keep the adhesive dimensionals to the outside of the frame so you don't see them behind. So it stays a little bit cleaner if you can. So let's see, flip it over. It goes here. And these are going to get popped up like really tall. So the other thing you're trying to do is now, what I figured out was that as long as I cover up the line of our easel mechanism, you actually don't notice that there is an easel piece back there. And when it goes up, you get that fun little see-through piece there, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm going to stick with that. So let's see. Wait, this way. And so we're going to line this one up. About there. Right? Isn't that going to be fun, right? Okay. And then let's see, we can do this one. And I think we did I did these Stampin' Up ones, so let's go. I'm just going to stick them on the side here. And you don't need too much. You know, it's a pretty card. You're just sending some fun. We don't have to get too crazy with it. So I'm going to make sure that this is on like so. So there we go. And then this one over here can go right here. And I think that's going to be pretty fun. So we're going to just stick them here and here. And I think that'll be just fine. Right? Okay, now we have to see where we want to put our sentiment. And do we want to go ahead and keep it on the front, or do we use it as a stopper? Well, I think I really liked how that looked on the inside of the card, or on the other card. And I think we can actually go ahead and just pop it on here. I think we can actually just go ahead and pop it on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the adhesive off just a little flag portion here and here, and then glue it down to the bottom of the frame like that. Actually, I'll pop it up on this side and glue it to the... No, I'll pop it up on both sides. Actually, I'll pop it up on both sides, and then that way it'll be above my tree over there. Let's see what this looks like. Doesn't it go about here? Does that look about good? That looks good, doesn't it? Oh, see, look how pretty. Okay, hold on. Yeah, see all the static cling with the snowflakes? I got too much in there. So you guys will want to, like, don't be overzealous like I was. And get all the... Yeah, I put too much in. But that's okay. It's still fun. And you can still knock it off the window. And if you want to do a static cling or something, so you don't have all those, it doesn't look like a blizzard. It's still super, super fun, right? And, okay, so there we go. So now we'll do the inside. Here we go. And we're going to do this as the stopper. And I cut this apart on the other one as well, because it was too long. And what I did was I also went ahead and cut this leaf portion off, so I could rearrange it to where it is just a nicer look for me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop this up with the dimensionals, these really big ones, so you get a really nice tall stopper mechanism, and it'll look really fun. Okay, so these are going to be down here. So then where do we want this to easel up at? And we have to make sure we don't want to see it though either. Wait. I'm just gently putting them like on the cart. Oh yeah. Okay, so now how do we... No, they do have to come down just a tad. No, don't do that. Silly thing. So might have to go this way. Yeah, okay. And then does that go? Oh, it doesn't want to behave to me. So we're just gonna have to, I guess, put it all the way down here and just deal with it. It's okay. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay, cool. All right, and now I want to go ahead and put all these other pieces back on, but I'm going to cut it in a couple little sections. And that way it looks like it's supposed to be like that. And maybe cut a little of this off. So I think I can just do this and then do this. And then we'll pop these little flower pieces up. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop these up on a couple of these. Like that. And then these. Isn't this fun? Oh my goodness, this one's so pretty. Oh, whoops. We could save that one. Okay, now we'll just be strategic about it. Right? Isn't that great? And then here. Okay. And then I really liked how this looked. This looked here, so we're going to do that. And then these are the pieces I cut off the top. And I was wondering if no, let's just go ahead and put it there. Put it right there. Yeah, and then you got a little decoration up there. And that looks pretty fun. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to go ahead. Okay, so that was the other thing. So I was going to show you in the other card, I actually cut this little boy off, and I cut these so this one I cut off of this one, and then these two little boys I cut off of this one and used them on the other card. And I wanted to go ahead and use them up, so I'm going to go ahead and I thought, well, actually, these two little kids could go behind a tree. I thought I could actually do like this. Like that, to where they're like hiding behind a tree trying to throw snowballs. And then this little kid could go over here instead. And I thought that, right? Isn't that pretty cute? That is actually pretty cute, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. But let's make sure it looks good on the... Oh, yeah. I try to make it to where hopefully you can't see it on the outside. And you can't see it... Oh, but the tree. You can actually see the tree, though. You'll see it on the outside, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're going to see that tree. So maybe we just move the little tree in. We'll just do it like that. So let's peel the backer off. Come on. And we'll go like this. We'll just scooch it in pretty far. And then we'll add the little kids. Whoops. Come on. There. See? See, look how great that is. Yeah, see, it looks like the little kid's hiding back there. Oh, yeah, see, that's pretty good. Okay, and then we'll just glue. I need to clean this one up just a tad. Whoops. And this one I'll just glue down as well. And then you get that fun little scene in there. Isn't that great? Yeah. Oh, that's pretty fun. Right? Isn't that fun? Okay, so there is our finished card. And that is pretty courier knives looking. So then, oh yeah, and you don't see the little kids. Oh, you see the little kid back there. Darn it. I try to keep it to where you don't, but that's okay. It's still pretty fun back there. You don't really notice them, though. And so then you open up the fun little snowball fight scene in there, and that's pretty cool. And then it all easels up and is pretty terrific and fun like that. So there we go. That's the card. What do you guys think? And there it is there. Oh, wait, where are you? Where are you? Okay, there we go. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And yeah, until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.